our country has long been a very complicated system. Most of you who are young like me, we were born into this system. But that's not what can allow Burkina to thrive. Because in this situation, there are only two cases. Either we accept to fight, or we remain slaves forever. I told you, once. There are those who are slaves in their minds. They can only serve their master. And those people try every time to manipulate you. You must advise each other. Because every situation can be exploited by these enemies of the nation to try to discourage you, to demotivate you. So, you must advise each other and not pay attention to certain remarks, even on some media. Not everyone is obliged to be patriotic. You are the first patriots. You have decided to defend the homeland. There is nothing better than that. Those who want to support you, let them support you. Those who want to discourage you through writings, you must close your ears and move forward. As for those, we will fight them here. So, we must remember something. Recently, there is a so-called NGO. It's not even an NGO. Because NGO stands for non-governmental organization. They are not non-governmental because they are funded by a federal budget, by a state. This so-called NGO produces reports claiming that the FDS and the VDP commit abuses. It went in here, it came out there. It's to tarnish your morale. It's to scare you, to prevent you from being able to fight. No. Moreover, we are going to file a complaint against this NGO. Because people need to understand something. What is happening to us here? It's true that they have manipulated part of our populations in the Sahel here, but they didn't have that kind of weaponry. What brought such significant weaponry into their ranks? It's Libya. Who destroyed Libya? It's this NGO, the same NGO that made false reports and gave them to those who wanted to create a rebellion so that people would intervene and overthrow Gaddafi. And the powder keg ended up being poured into the Sahel. These millions of lives that have been taken in the Sahel, we must file a complaint against this NGO because it is responsible for these false reports it made to support this thesis of attacking Libya. They have no moral lessons to give us. Look at the world. Let them go defend human rights all over the world first before coming here. We are fortunate to have similar situations. In this world, you voluntarily committed yourselves. There are countries where people are forcibly taken, killed. You live or you die. Others, even while trying to flee, end up dying. They don't talk about human rights because these people see us as subhumans. They see us as slaves. That's how it is in their minds. They have never changed their mindset. But it's up to us to show them that we are not slaves and we will never accept this state of affairs. So don't be fooled by the stories. They tell to anyone who will listen. You must stay focused on your fight. Stay focused. We know what we are doing. And even now, the VTP commander told me that there is a human rights training session underway for group leaders and their deputies. If we make efforts, we know it's for ourselves. We no longer do things to please someone else. We do it for our homeland. And you are committed to that. Defend your homeland. Do not listen to those individuals. They should not affect your morale. In the history of the world, there have been wars. And during the Second World War, people organized themselves to defend. All over the place. But there is a country that could not defend itself, which had to come and take our ancestors to go defend them. And today that same country wants to give us lessons. The pot calling the kettle black. No. You are the descendants of those same ancestors who went to defend others, who liberated the world from Nazism. Today you are fighting for your lands. These same individuals dare to create terms to tarnish you. We oppose this. We will never agree. Continue to defend your lands. It is your wealth that interests these people. It's our gold. It's our minerals that interest them. Otherwise, why come and drive out entire villages to seize our lands? So we will fight and we will reclaim our lands, our wealth. It belongs to us. It's for us. It will benefit us and our children. I therefore encourage you to remember that this war is to free us from slavery. It's for our independence. And you must keep your spirits high, stay strong. Never give in to manipulators, to those individuals who no longer understand the notion of homeland, or to those people who come from outside to try to subdue us through their terms they invented and their organizations they created to enslave us. Fight Move forward. Do everything you can. Draw, as I said, from your cultural resources, from what you have been shaped by since the village. Draw from it and wage this war. Stay focused and stay strong.
This is one of the reasons I like Ibrahim Traore so much. He's a guy that is fearless, even though people are parading fake news about Ibrahim Traore, saying this, Ibrahim Traore did this, Ibrahim Traore did that. I want to say that Ibrahim Traore is one guy that encourages his military. Like he told them, he said, do not listen to what people say. They are trying to instigate you. They do not love our country. They don't have the good of our country at heart, and that's just the simple truth. Ibrahim Traore had made his people to believe so much in him, so he's encouraging the military to take powers by their hand. He's ensuring that nothing spoils. Like you see, in this life we are, when people threaten you and you are afraid, every little time they say something, you are afraid, they will keep coming with those things that you are afraid of to fight you. So it's better you wake up and do what is the needful, like do what is right. At all times, you should not be caught in a corner where you'll be wondering to yourself, oh, where did I go wrong? You start brooding over what has passed, what you should wake up and act. Ibrahim Traore knows very well that these people want to unalive him, and that is why he meets with his security men, security detail, the military all the time, and the military people listen to him because he tells them, let us work together, and they work together. There was a time he had the meeting with them again, and look at the speech. Just look at the speech. Ibrahim Traore rendered a speech of almost 6 minutes. He sat down, spoke to them, told them that these people you are seeing, they do not have our interests at heart. If they want to help you, let them help you in a way that will bring back, the unity of our people. Like, Ibrahim Traore is just about his people. I have never seen any African leader that is about their people the way Ibrahim Traore is. If you have seen any African leader, let me know. I haven't seen even one. I haven't seen any African leader that is as truthful as Ibrahim Traore. None. You understand? But at the end of the day, Ibrahim Traore is the only leader in Africa that is trending. He's the only leader in Africa that has a good report. So why is the West so interested in taking him out? Why is the West so interested in taking Ibrahim Traore out? So while they are planning, he is also planning. And this speech is a very tough speech. If you listen to the speech very well, you see that it's a very tough speech. Nobody can outsmart Ibrahim Traore if God does not permit. And God, of course, will not permit. And just like everybody has been praying, God will continue to protect, preserve, and provide for Ibrahim Traore. I know that most people don't know that Ibrahim Traore needs prayers. I heard someone say one day, that you should not pray for Ibrahim Traore, that Ibrahim Traore is already a powerful person. I'm looking at the person and saying to myself, whether we like it or not, we Africans believe in prayers. And when we pray, God answers. So we should not look at all that is happening and feel that we are above prayers or we don't need prayers. We all need prayers. Yes. We all need prayers, and Ibrahim Traore had proven that he needs prayers, and that is why you see him go for the Jumat prayer. You see him, interacting with other people. You see him involving in religious activities. Since the event of Ibrahim Traore becoming the transitional president of Burkina Faso, you can see that Ibrahim Traore had made a name for Burkina Faso. And now, when people mentioning countries that are doing well, they definitely will mention Ibrahim Traore before even thinking of mentioning Niger and Mali. You can imagine. So when people start saying, oh, look at what happened to Thomas Sankara, we don't want it to happen to Ibrahim Traore. Ibrahim Traore is not Thomas Sankara. Ibrahim Traore has his own calling. God knows the day, the time, the hour he will call him, but not now, because the guy is on an assignment. Yes, some people will think, oh, yeah, he's doing this, he's being hard on his people. He's being hard on the people because you feel he's hard on the people because you haven't, been in their shoe. To see that a military government took over from civilian and the man still went there and messed up, it was still amassing words. So it takes a visionary leader, it takes someone who knows his onions to take over power and do the right thing. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on the comment section. I'll see you in our next one. Bye.